Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone out there. Welcome once again to the Link to the Past Randomizer Group G match between Frostbite3030 and willwc. This is Game 3. My name is NY Rambler. Joining me today is Dazed Cloud. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine there, Rambler. Looking forward to this here. We've had a lot of fun in this match already, going to Game 3, 2 tile room, big GT, big keys. Game 2 decided by just seconds. I mean, I'm hyped for this race here.
Yeah, two very good runners also. Two runners who have also been around for a while in the community. Two veterans of Randomizer here in Frostbite and willwc. Winner will get someone who's even more of a veteran in Salty Fry in the winning bracket.
Yeah, that's one of those, hey, congratulations, you just won a complete drag down, 12-round boxing match. Who's your next opponent? Oh, Salty. Oh, okay, great, thanks.
Yeah, no one, just someone who's been around since, I think, Tournament 1. Definitely Tournament 2. Maybe even Tournament 1. I'm not sure. Loser will get Aka A-Line in the loser side of Group G.
Yeah, so I mean, this is gonna be just a whole ton of fun here. So we should be starting in just a couple of seconds, I think. And man, other than that, yeah, it's standard tournament rules apply here. We are running standard hard mode here. It's gonna be 7 crystals to defeat Ganon here. You're not gonna find silvers. You're not gonna get a butter sword or any mail upgrades. You're capped at 14 hearts. Everything that everybody's been watching all week, and here we go.
And Uncle already telling us we're gonna have a bad time, so lock it in. This is gonna be the third big key tile room seed for these runners. Oh, never mind. We have a mirror. We're gonna have a fast escape.
Man, Uncle is a liar. Oh, that's one of the best things you can find in the early game, right there.
Now, if we get the boots from Uncle Chest or something like that, then this is the most free escape you've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, usually we talk about getting out of escape. You want to do something like a sub 6 escape, but if you got a mirror, throw that away. You're going for sub 5, sub 4 here.
Yeah. Yeah, in case you don't know, once you rescue Zelda, you can use the mirror and go right to the beginning of the dungeon again and not have to do reverse escape. And we get a sword, so we have a casual for our weapon.
Okay, yeah, that's a nice little start there for both of these guys. I don't think anybody's going to complain about getting to use a sword early here. Now, we got to watch drops coming off of these green guards, as both runners are going to be looking for a bomb in the early. It looks like we pull Ether out of the escape room chest there, the Uncle chest.
Yeah, so you're going to see, usually I would say 6 minutes of going through escape, but it's going to be about 4.5 minutes of going through escape. As long as they remember to use the mirror. I mean, I remember sometimes you'll see a runner, instinctively not think about using the mirror here, but I doubt these two runners will.
Yeah, no, I would have to imagine that these two are going to remember here. Unfortunately, it looks like that second drop there is a heart piece off of the green guards, which means that there is no bombs in that prize pack here. So their best hope is that bombs appear in one of these chests coming up, or possibly they're going to have to start farming the rats a little bit further in the dungeon there.
Yeah, we're going to have to deal with rats later on, and we're also going to have to deal with ropes a little later on, both of which are different prize packs from the guards, and different prize packs from themselves, I believe. So if they can get bombs from one of those two, that would be much appreciated. Of course, they can just find bombs in one of the regular chests.
Yeah, and looking like early, we had a quick map check there from Will early there that we got a green pendant sitting in Eastern Palace today, and I want to say 2 crystals over in the other 2 Light World dungeons there, Desert Palace and Tower of Hera. 2
regular non-Pyramid Fair crystals, but we did see the green pendant at Eastern, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on in the early game if we get a bow.
Yeah, I mean, with this being Game 3, I've been watching tons of races this past week, and there's been more than a couple of people here who have taken a early bow and gone directly to Eastern, even though it was a pendant.
Yeah. We're going to take that Ether, and there you see Frostbite using the mirror to basically get rid of the entire second part of escape. I shouldn't say second half. The second third, I guess, of escape.
And it looks like Will's going to do the same thing. Opens the chest, pulls the mirror, and yep, he's immediately back to the beginning of the dungeon there. God, I love the mirror for this there. I mean, that entire walk back, you're not really doing anything. You can kind of pump on some of the walls there to try to gain like a frame or two, but like, you know, give me the mirror and I just immediately pop back to the dungeon. It's just such a nice moment.
I'm pretty sure the only downside of most of these runners having to deal with escape is the fact that the opening sequence is long and boring and repetitive. Having a mirror cutting out one pretty decently sized chunk of that, like, saves at least a minute and 20 seconds, I want to say, maybe a minute 10 in this, but
tons of time. That's all I know. That's an arrow prize pack there off of the rats Frostbite just showed us. So
yeah,
there are no bombs in this escape. So gonna have to file that away later for these guys to come check out. And Will being a little bit more aggressive, not choosing to go to that top right area there where there's, I want to say, 5 or 6 different rats to check. Probably is going to take a little bit more time in here to see if any of these rats are going to show him what the prize pack is.
Yeah,
getting kind of unlucky with his drops so far.
There, just got the arrow there, so now he knows that they're not going to be dropping bombs. We'll come back here when we do get the power glove to check the back 3 items of escape. Oh, and we get the hammer from the sanctuary chest.
That is quite nice there to find early. That's one of the items that we need to get us into Dark World here. As we get that map check again from Frostbite showing us that everybody did see that right with the green pendant over there on Eastern and those 2 the green pendant over on Eastern and those 2 crystals in the Light World.
All right, we're going to see Frostbite forego checking things like Tree Pole, Bush Crab, and the Lumberjack item. Instead, go straight for the Lost Woods. I think this is... most runners do this nowadays, I think, and they might even save and quit after here. I've seen that sometimes if they don't have bombs.
Yeah, I've seen Frostbite do that pretty frequently, at least in the past there. He would come up here, drop down into the Lost Woods, drop down here, and if there's not bombs here, he might just save and quit. And yep, there he goes. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, so what he's going to do is he's going to check things like, well, let's see. What is money? He only has 25 rupees, so he can't even buy bombs at the moment. But the Bush Crab is dropping bombs. So that's going to be good for Will, because he's going to be able to... So, okay, I see what Frostbite's going to do. He's going to go to south of the Haunted Grove to try to farm bombs. There are 2 bushes here that can drop bombs. This is a play I like making in open mode. Not so much in standard, only because you're already starting from the Sanctuary.
Yeah, no, I like this mode as well here. This move as well. The one downside to it is that occasionally in Kakariko, you'll run into the shovel just kind of sitting there. And if you do run into the shovel, you kind of feel bad coming from the south, just because at that point you're going, now I got to route that in again. Yeah.
But Will getting the Bush Crab bombs means that he'll have enough to clear out all of Kakariko right now. I missed those at the race game on Frostbite's side. Let's see if he even goes for it.
It was 20 rupees. He's just going to motor right by it there.
We don't need that. We're gonna see a lot of 20 rupees in this seed. I definitely didn't see that.
Oh, 100%. At some point, we're going to start seeing green 20s as Will's into Blind's basement here, and so far hasn't pulled out anything really of interest. A couple of big 20s and a piece of heart here. So, yeah, okay.
And some arrows. Bottle's good, though, because that means we can check off checking Sick Kid while we're here in Kakariko.
And that is going to kind of actually route pretty well there for Will, because Frostbite, with this one bomb, he's kind of hoping right now.
Yeah.
He's 1 bomb into Kakariko. He's going to go into Blind's hut now. Unfortunately, this is not going to work out for him. He's going in here and just kind of hoping that there's more bombs down here. And, well, there's not going to be. As Moon Pearl is the first thing that we find there in the well.
Yeah, I think what we're going to see on Frostbite's side is after he sees there's no bombs here, now that he has enough rupees, he's going to probably go down, buy bombs, and then route back up to finish in the well. As we see the book, so Will can go check the pedestal if he wants to.
Oh, the great questions here. Game 3, are we going to get a ped seed?
There may or may not have been 3 ped seeds in the past 24 hours. Just saying.
There have been an astounding amount of ped seeds in this first week of the tournament, especially not after having 0 during all of qualifiers.
Yeah. Seed 2 was worse than the ped seed, let's be real.
That's true. Okay, yeah.
I think Hammer Swamp might have been worse than a ped seed also, I'm not sure.
I was in that one as well. All right, Frostbite going to go buy his bombs here. We've already seen pretty much everything else in Kakariko here. So next move for these runners, what do you feel like the next move should be here? Are you going to go South Shore? Or are you going to are you going to kind of gamble that pendant Eastern?
So I'm more likely to do Eastern without a bow if it's a pendant. So that might be the play, but I'm almost always going to do South Shore just because there's more items down there.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
It's 8 versus 6, so.
Yeah, and you're 1 item from the Dark World at this point here. Now, we haven't seen anything that really suggests Aga. Now, I think one thing that a lot of people kind of tend to think is that your starting item actually kind of has a big effect on logic. I don't necessarily think that's always 100% true. So if you get an early sword here, that I don't necessarily think that really means anything for as far as the game is concerned. I think technically you have to find another sword and thing. I think I remember hearing that at some point, but I could be completely wrong.
I will not even attempt to guess how logic works with the Uncle item in standard modes.
Yeah, it's messy. That's one time we need to get Psyduck in here and can set me straight.
I mean, see, solely off the power of the bush crabs, willwc has an insurmountable, no, I'm kidding, lead. They got half magic from the well here.
I mean, half magic, I'll take that any day in this mode.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Being able to, with the hard item pool, might be a little tougher to deal with some enemies in the game. I don't want to say names close there. Will's gonna get some more bombs here, so that's gonna be nice, because he knows about the bush crab bombs. I think Frostbite will check it and then feel a little sad that he didn't check any of the bush crabs in Northern Light World.
Yeah, that's the one thing with that that move that Frostbite made. It's generally the safer mode, as Will just tosses an extra bomb right there. Switches to his ether to just take out the mini Moldarms as quickly as possible. That's a good, smart, safe, very fast strat, because those mini Moldarms can just cost you time if they want to.
Yeah, and Frostbite not going for the ether strat. I will start using that ether strat as well as bombos when if I have it in Money Moldorm Cave, because that was very fast. Ether is far and away the fastest of medallions. So knowing that mini Moldarms go down to ether is very knowledgeable to having. So Will took care of Mini Moldarm Cave a lot faster than Frostbite did.
Kind of funnily, Mini Moldarm Cave is a dud. There wasn't a single thing in there worth talking about, really. Both runners now got 6 hearts, which is kind of nice, but
probably 6 hearts is nice, especially because if we do find Dark World access relatively soon, with 6 hearts, I'm not too scared going to Thieves Town. If I had 4 or 5, I would be still a little bit.
Yeah, I know both of these runners play a fair amount of cross keys there, so having to run into Thieves Town with less than ideal equipment here is just kind of something that they're both pretty comfortable with. But yeah, you're 100% right there, Rambler. You don't necessarily want to go in there with less than optimal equipment if you can avoid it.
And now we're down to South Shore. Now we're down to just I think there's only 2 things left for us, and one of them's Agina's Cave, which is 1 check. That's a long walk to get to. We're not going to do that. We will go to Sahasra's Hut and Eastern Palace. 6 items in this area. Well, maybe 6. Might be only 5.
Yeah, we'll find out exactly what sort of Eastern Palace we've got. And could even be 4, technically, if you're going to count logic in this. But that's something that at some point runners will keep in the back of their head. But they probably won't really think about it, as Frostbite's going to give us some divergence, though. He's going to go directly to Agina's Cave.
That's a play. Up there's the bow in back of Sahasra's Hut. So yes, now we can definitely, might not be in logic, but we can full clear Green Pen and Eastern now.
Well, we're gonna go to a full seven items over here now. Since Green Pendant being on Easter Palace, we can go ahead, kill Armos Knights and then turn that in directly to Saha here.
That's very true. Oh, well, now it's all logic. Will doesn't know it, but it will be all in logic because the lamp is in the Gina's cave.
Oh, I guess worst case scenario here for Will is he finds something like the mitts or like one of the gloves early, and then decides, you know what, I don't necessarily need to continue. I'll go ahead and, I'll go ahead and save and quit out or something. Turns out that later on he's actually got a something's actually on the Armos Knights there, unfortunately.
Yeah, and one thing I forgot to take into consideration is that with that book, we can go into Desert Palace. Now, we will not be able to complete it unless we find the Power Glove in here, and it's not boots locked. So that's two things that needs to go right for us to be able to beat this dungeon as is. We need to, A, not be boots locked, or find the boots in here, and find the Power Glove in here.
At the very worst for Frostbite, this is going to give him information about whether or not he's going to need to find boots today. And that's a probably not.
Yeah, the odds are looking good, unless there's, 2 items or map and compass down on the right side, and big key sitting on the torch. But more often than not, if there's a key in map chest, there's usually an item on the torch. Although I could be wrong.
Yeah, we might be calling that one just a little bit early here. So he's gonna make his way up through the cannonball room here.
Ooh.
Grab the mushroom.
Okay.
Yep. Boots locked.
Yes, we are boots locked. Big key is 100% on the torch here. Will Frostbite turn that mushroom in? Yes, it looks like he will. He's going to use the a lesser known fake flipper strat here. You can fake flipper on the screen to go into that portal to get over to the mushroom spot much faster. And I guarantee if this is nothing, we're going to see a reset on Frostbite's side.
Now, Will is doing something extremely gambly right now. He did not go back to check the Eastern Palace big key chest.
Okay, so he's 50-50ing this. I know I saw I saw a compass in the cannonball room. So this is a 50-50 on Will's side.
Yeah, but it's a 50-50 with a in-logic lamp right now. So he doesn't know that might be really bad. We're gonna have to find out if this works out for him here, because that is a move that if you get it right, it saves you a good, almost minute and a half, because that is a long walk to get back to the Eastern big chest.
Yeah. Well, these are big key chests, yes. Yeah,
big key chests, right? But if this turns out not to be the right play, and there's another item back there,
especially because at this point, I'm pretty sure we know that what we need to progress is going to be in this dungeon, whether it's in the big key chest or it's on Armos. We will find out now. As Will is going to take these guys. Oh, it could be also Green Pendant, I guess. So.
Yeah, well, we're gonna find out. It takes a very nice Armos back there. Yep.
Now, does he go back in, or does he turn Green Pendant first?
He's got to turn in Green Pendant first, and but then what I think likely he's going to do is he's going to go out to Desert. He's going to see that lamp, and he's going to realize almost immediately, I've done something terrible.
Well, look at it this way: he knows logically that the last item is in Agina's cave, or he thinks. Now, if this is like glove, he's fine, but it's not. So now we know. It's pretty much guaranteed now at this point that there's something in that big key chest that we're gonna need.
Yeah. Now, I think one of the
he's gonna do what? No, he doesn't have what he needs to do. Aga, so what?
He's going to the back.
Back of escape, Drew. Oh, okay. This is in logic, so yeah.
Else we haven't thought about.
This is only in logic because the lamp's in logic. Now, Will does not know this is not in logic, and okay.
I mean, yeah, this is something that this is a kind of a smart play from him here because, yeah, I mean, both of us forgot about it.
Oh wait, we still have the light cone. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he still gets the light cone here in standard.
I didn't know that. Okay, I thought the light cone was only there for when you have Zelda.
I mean, this is a smart play by Will here. If this turns out that this is where his glove is, for one, that's a terrible location for the glove.
Yeah,
and he's definitely going to be the first to it. I'm extremely curious all of a sudden here. He's got 2 rooms left to walk to here, and if it's not here, we know 100% that Frostbite is the closest to it. Now I know Will probably made that skip because Frostbite is known to make the Eastern Palace big key chest skip. So we'll see what happens here.
Fire rod. Okay, okay. So now Aga's in logic. With we have information on Lamp and we have information on Master Sword. Will's going to take those 2 items and go do Aga here.
When you're rolling, you're rolling. I don't begrudge this decision at all here. Like, at this point, you're kind of pot committed. You know, if I have to go back to that Eastern Palace chest here,
which we will see on Frostbite's side, by the way, because he is going for it.
Yeah, I know he knows how to do this. Here. There's with the fire rod. There are some pretty free setups to get to these torches here. Now, assuming this one guard in this room here, he can be extremely annoying. And we're going to find out that the Eastern Palace Big Key chest has the glove.
Yeah, I kind of figured the glove was going to be there. All right, so that's going to set Will back a lot, because he's got to go back for that. That's going to be required no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, it was a real play on his side here. Now, it might come in handy that he ends up finding Dark World access in a weird way. Having the Aga portal there can speed up certain things. But yeah, that doesn't feel good.
Yeah, he's probably thinking to himself, you know, with what he has, he can go clear Palace of Darkness once he defeats this dungeon. So if anything, what he can actually do, and he might end up doing with this play, is beat Palace of Darkness, mirror when he's done, and then go do the Eastern Big Key chest.
I think that's extremely likely, honestly, because that's a very, kind of comfortable place for him to do that at. And he sees that big magic container there, and he decides, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Now, Frostbite's going to go ahead and finish this dungeon here, because, I mean, it's a whole nother item on Armos Knights, and you might as well at this point.
Yeah. Well, we know it's an item on Armos Knights, but a screen pendant, turn it in. It's right here.
Mm. Well, I'm trying to think here exactly. Will's making good time through this Aga climb. Now, Aga always does seem long, but the climb itself is only about, around 2 minutes here. Now, Aga fight can be longer depending on what sort of mood he's in here. So I guess we can go ahead and start predicting blue balls here. Go with 2.
I think the math, I guess, is 2. I mean, you're more likely to get 3 than anything else. There's no good way of guessing blue balls using, channel point predictions for chat, because it's always going to be skewed in one direction or the other.
All right, Frostbite is going to make the play, it looks like, directly into pod from here.
That's probably fine. You're already over here, so might as well. It's a dungeon you can complete. Now, is it a crystal or pendant? We will find out, I think, right now. I think he should check the thing right now, because that might determine what you do.
Yeah, now. He should really check it now.
You know what? He might check it by just entering the dungeon and hearing what music plays at this point. Oh, here it is. Hey, it's a Purifier Crystal, along with Thieves Town. Pendants at Swamp and Skull.
Okay, now that's one of those things that could actually really kind of help Will. It's much faster to do the Pyramid Fairy with Aga completed than it is to walk all the way around with it.
And
it's not going to make time to finish Aga, as Will got through there pretty quickly. So
so they're both going to be entering pod around the same time. And the question is, does Will go back for the glove? We know he has to eventually. Blue potion on the side of the pyramid. I'm pretty sure he'll pick that up.
Oh yeah, you're not going to pass up a free blue potion.
Not in hard mode, no.
Oh no chance.
It's like, wait, hard mode's supposed to mirror NMG. We're getting bottles though and half magic. Sign me up.
It's Rando's version of it. it's already a little bit. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people pointing out in chat that the lumberjack check is unknown, and that is something 100% that could completely bail Will out here. We don't know though. We'll find that one out here pretty soon. It's a lot of runners won't make that check until we get boots, because until you get boots, you can't do anything with it anyway.
Yeah, so we're going to see both our runners going through Palace of Darkness here around the same time. And knowing it's Crystal, we know this is definitely going to be required. It's a dungeon they can both complete. Now, Will, again, will be dealing with some dark rooms, but with the Fire Rod, the hardest dark room in this dungeon will be trivial. You can just light a torch in the turtle room.
Yeah, and we're not worried about Will by any means having to do the dark rooms in the back of pod there. I mean, the maze can be a little bit tricky there if you get knocked off your route and into a corner or something. Then it takes you a second to figure it out. But I can't imagine he's going to have too much difficulty there. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure most runners, once they do the dark maze 10, 20 times, they figure out a way to get through it, no problem. Especially with the mirror, you don't have to deal with the top part of it. Like, you can just hammer jump and then do the dark maze and then mirror out.
Yeah, coming from the bottom there after a hammer jump, that's definitely the easier way to do it for sure. But once you learn it, it's not really something you're gonna forget. All right, as we got both runners into pod here right now, and while we're waiting for a couple more checks here, this is game 3 between Frostbite and willwc for the right to move on to the winners half of their group stages against Salty Fry, as Frostbite finds that we've got a couple of keys locked over on the bow locked side.
Yeah, pretty sure there was an item in the big key chest that was bombs. I don't know what the other item was. We have 3 keys right now. We've opened 1 key door, so that's 4. So we have gotten 2 items in front. Don't know if the other one was a big key, map compass, or an actual item.
Yeah, it's hard to say here. Now, like, worst case scenario, I think for Will is if we turn out to find mitts here in pod. That would be pretty much disastrous for him.
Unless he does, in fact, go get that other item from Eastern.
I think if he finds mitts, he just skips that other item and says, that can't possibly come back to hurt me.
Well, glove. It'll be glove for Will. It'll be mitts for Frostbite.
It would be glove for Will, yeah, but it would be mitts as far as we know.
Yeah. Yeah, if we find glove in here, he might think that he made a smart play and the other glove is like anywhere.
Yeah, at that point, like, oh, let me go back for that one item that I left in the green pendant Eastern Palace. He's never gonna go there.
Yeah. Well, I saw map and compass in the back here, so there was definitely an item in the front that we missed, but I don't know what it was. Frostbite has a much easier dark maze here because it won't be that dark for him, unless he gets the bomb dongoed out of existence.
Yeah, that one little like 4-way section right there, like 3 of the dongos like to just blast fire through there. So if you're on low health like Frostbite is right now, you kind of have to be a little bit more patient than you think you would generally like to be.
Yeah, because these guys deal 2 hearts with their breath and with their body. We got one more item here in the big chest. It is another bottle. Last item on Helmsar King.
Yeah, so this is actually going to help Will out considerably here, because he's now got very little reason to go anywhere else. I mean, although I am looking at that hammer and going, "Oh God, you're not going to think it's Hype Cave, are you?"
Well, it could be Hype Cave all the way to Digging Game, and with with Mirror and Book, Bonos Tablet is also available to these runners.
Yeah, so I mean, like this could be iffy here. Like you hope if you're rooting for Will that he goes, okay, you know what? If I don't go back and get that item, I'm never going back for it.
Yeah. This is the closest he will be to that item ever again. And we know if he doesn't go back for it, he's going to last location Titan's Mitts. Unless Titan's Mitts are glove locked, then he's last location in glove.
That's the best case scenario for him. Because like right now he's going to finish pod. He doesn't have a way to Thieves Town yet, so he can't be thinking that the mitts are in. So he can't be thinking that the mitts are going to be in Pyramid Ferry, which would actually be a fantastic location for them to be for him, because that would put him into. That would mean that he would get the glove out of Eastern first here, as both runners are in the back of pod.
Unless we find a hook shot on Helmazar King.
Oh, that would be bad.
That would be bad as well.
You don't want that, because at that point you start going, well, at some point the time losses start to add up. Like, Will is still very much in this at the moment here, but like that skip that he made there has definitely hurt him.
Yes, for sure. Alright, Frostbite dealing Helmazar King. Can only give 2 hits away, and no boots due to spin speed strat. So this is going to be a little dangerous.
He's got red and blue goo in his bottles here, so I think if he takes a ding here, he'll. He's got a fairy actually.
He's got a fairy. Fairy. Yeah. If he used the fairy here, it's not a huge deal.
No. I mean, he'd like to keep the fairy, but and it doesn't matter anyway. Helmazar
he got it.
Yeah, he's playing extremely nice there.
Yeah, Helmazar gave a very favorable pattern. So down we go, and just a piece of heart. So that's good. That's good for Will.
Yeah.
Because now, the only places left in Will's logic is Hype Cave, Bounce Tablet, Stumpy, and Digging Game. Whereas Frostbite, we know, has, I think, the entire world other than its locked areas at the moment. I don't think we have that. Oh, he has Deathbound access. That's just not. Oh, he has full Deathbound access. Okay, yeah, he has the entire world too.
Yeah, he's got there's definitely a lot of options out there for Frostbite right now. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go get our Master Sword and Fire Rod out of the back escape here. Makes really good routing here over on
the one thing I'm a little upset about that he didn't do this a little later when he could have maybe routed it in with checking Graveyard Ledge, because you're gonna orphan Graveyard Ledge otherwise. But I mean, doing it now is also fine, and hope that you find boots before you do Graveyard Ledge, so you can do those 3 at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the time that you're probably going to want to do it here now.
Oh, Will's saving quitting, so he's just going all in. That there's nothing in that big key chest, and he is going to, not get his money back.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for him, because we're going to go down to Hype Cave here, and
we gotta hope he doesn't find a glove. That he has to eventually go back to Eastern as soon as possible.
Yeah, at this point, if you're rooting for Will, just hope that something ended up on Lumberjack today.
Yeah,
we haven't checked yet. We don't know, but yeah. This is starting to get a little bit dicey over on Will's side, as Frostbite's going to move into. Looks like it's going to move into the village here.
Yeah.
Interesting to see if he's going to go check up to Skull Woods right now. He does have Fire Rod, and he does have.
Glove and Hype Cave.
And Will's day just got
Will. All right, you can write this down in a Sharpie. Will is last location Titan's Mitts in the seed.
Yep. No. There's no way he's not.
Now the only solace for him, there is still solace. There's two things actually. One is hope that there's something required on Aga Ledge, and two, maybe Mitsura's Go mode item.
That's possible. Yeah, I mean, if you get Go mode Mitts and you end up being able to Go mode Ice Palace Mire and Turtle Rock there, okay, yeah, that could work out. It could work out.
Yeah, it could. Probably not, because Ice Rod's going to be required. You know, Ice Rod's going to be somewhere stupid.
Yeah, we're all at it could right now.
And yeah, Chapper's a good point. The fact that all the pendant dungeons are not Mitts locked, which means he might just do all the pendant dungeons looking for Titan's Mitts.
Oh God, you're right. Oh, you're right. Well, okay, so he's gonna get locked out of Eastern real fast. He'll probably finish this route up by checking Aga.
Yeah, maybe get his lamp there.
Yeah, and then he gets the lamp here, and I hope in his head he goes, oh. But what he's probably going to think is he's going to see that lamp and he goes, oh yeah, sir, see, it was Aga. That was the play the entire time.
100%. That's what he's going to think. And he's going to think, you know, Titan's Mitts are going to be in Skull Woods. Titan's Mitts are going to be in Thieves Town. Titan's Mitts are going to be on Death Mountain. You know, all the places that are in Logic right now.
All right. So Frostbite, on the other hand, here we're talking about Will just because Frostbite is basically going to just take all of this time that Will's looking for these going to be looking for these mitts here, and he's just going to start clearing dungeons right now. He's in Thieves Town. He's picked up both Swagnet and the powder.
Yeah. What I can see Frostbite doing here, he doesn't have the mitts yet, but he will get them soon, because I think after this he's going to do South Dark World checks into Hype Cave, get his mitts, then he can go straight to Pyramid Fairy, because this will be the second part of 5-6.
And
then by then he'll have mitts, and then probably Death Mountain is going to be the play, because you can do all of it except for Chuck Cave.
Right. Did Will check? Yeah, I guess he must have checked that area there. He's down to a single.
Don't die into a Gina's cave.
Yeah. Those cactuses have extremely strange hitboxes there, so you kind of you kind of get nervous while watching them walk through there. All right, stand far away from the bomb. There you go. Good job.
Yeah, a lot of runners will just hug the wall when the bomb explodes, because they're saving quitting after this anyway. Yeah, don't do that. Not on half a heart. And he gets his lamp, so now he's like, oh, I'm a genius, you know. There was a Force Agassi. I'm going to find mitts somewhere in the Dark World, and, you know, I gambled Aga correctly. Wee! And we're here like, no!
Yeah, just hoping that it turns out that the mitts are his go mode. Now, is he going to go mountain here, or is he going to go to the village? And it looks like mountain. So we're going to get to check to see if this lumberjack play turns out to be the right thing for Will. And if it does, we're just going to have to say that was his early Aga was the biggest galaxy brain play of all time.
I will say I'm not a huge fan of checking this now, just because I don't have boots yet. The fact that I already killed Aga, why bother checking this now and just, you know, come here when you have boots and get it anyway? It's a red potion. Ugh.
Oh man, I got kind of excited there for a second.
Because they're like, oh, it's not a rupee or a heart. Oh my god, it's in.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one more of Will's outs there, kind of taken away. But Will be able to get faster to Pyramid Fairy when he gets there. We're gonna get to see all of the items here up on Dark Death Mountain. I think all together with Paradox Cave and everything else, there's something like 11 or 12 items up here for him. And if he gets some sort of, well, he still does have a fairy, so if he wants to brute force through Spike Cave as well, he could do that. As Frostbite's into his blind fight here, he's following the blind script here. Pretty much perfectly. As soon as I say that, he takes a hit, but no, it doesn't matter, and he's got him down there. So that's going to be already dungeon number 3 completed for Frostbite, but crystal number 2.
Yeah, there was nothing too valuable here in Thieves. I know the powder was something, so And the fact that Frostbite did turn to mushroom means that now he has to worry about having turned into the mushroom. Mushroom was 200 rupees, by the way.
I mean, so it's kind of nice there that, oh, hey, there's boots on Spectacle.
Okay.
Top of
Well, there you go. Now at least Will has boots earlier, and we'll probably have him. You know, I don't think Frostbite's going to do Mountain after this, so. But boots are nice for Will to gain up a little bit of time that he's going to end up bleeding away in the seed.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of wondering if those boots are going to lock something in the other item in desert, or if it's going to lock, or if maybe lock the mitts or something like that. Oh, not the mitts. I'm sorry. Something interesting.
Yeah.
There, I was just kind of trying to think there as we find a cape there in the digging game for Frostbite, so that's going to give him a few more things to check when he comes up north.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do Tower of Hera here. No hook shot, so we will not see Hera pot, unfortunately. So we're going to have to do this the old boring way. And there's a small key here. We're doing this a super slow boring way.
Yeah, that's unfortunately kind of what happens sometimes in this here, as K45 on Frostbite's side doesn't have anything either. Here, Will's going to drop a bomb here and go dance around on these platforms there. I don't think he's far enough over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's caught.
Yeah, he's locked now. Now he has to mirror out and come back and do it again.
Or, yeah. I mean, honestly, at that health, you might as well have just taken the death. But I think he has a fairy still, so I guess, yeah, probably smarter to just bail out of there.
Yeah, Frostbite continuing to do southward checks of the Dark World. Hasn't found anything yet. Looks like he's going to go do Bomber's Tablet first, based on this routing.
That makes sense. Gonna get the I think it was nothing off of it, and then we'll end up over on over in the Hype Cave getting his smokes in just a minute here.
Yeah, we'll go to Hype Cave, then he'll do Pyramid Fairy, and then I don't know. That's all I got. That was just a lot more money. Alright, Will, do not die to the mini Moldworms in here.
Alright, successful.
Yeah, still, he didn't take a death, he mirrored out instead, so he's still gambling here on half a heart here. Take it from a guy who runs NMG and dies in Hera more often than he should. This is scary.
Yeah, you don't really want to be doing this part here. He's going to hit that switch there, so like if he can get up to the top floor, he's going to be able to refill his health, no problem. As Frostbite picks up his mitts, there is a heart in the third one of these, and yeah. Okay, so they played nice enough for him to get it there.
Yeah. And this heart's going to go right away as he's going to bomb jump. Oh, okay, so he was going to go for the bonk strat to guarantee it, but he's on the right pixel anyway.
What was that?
He was going for the bonk strat, because the bonk strat, you know, you have a lot more leeway to get the bomb jump. But he was still off.
Even then, just the kind of weird, like, shuffly animation there, that was amazing. Crazy new strats being discovered over on
there
side.
You go.
Frostbite gonna show us what's on Pyramid Fairy here in just a sec.
Yeah, so this was pretty much guaranteed routing on Frostbite's side. Again, where it is from here is a little more unknown. I guess it also depends on wait for that. It depends on what we see in Pyramid Fairy. And he's also going to check side of the pyramid here. We know it's a bottle.
Now, Frostbite might not pick that up, actually. Okay, but he is. I mean, it's a blue potion here. I mean, it's a bit of a walk to go get it, but...
You know, that bit of walk, if you end up, like, dying on Vitreous, you're happy to make the walk to get a blue potion.
That is true. That is true. And that did happen to one of these runners in one of their earlier matches. There,
yeah. Will in game 2 took a death to Vitreous. He still won, but still took a death to Vitreous.
Yeah, turned that into very much of a photo finish there. All right, so Will's gonna luckily run through Spiral Cave here instead of having to walk through it there, which just feels extremely bad.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to also go over to Paradox Cave and get the 7 items out of here. So far, we've got a Quake from this mountain climb, and we've also got the boots, so not bad amounts here, as Will just is trying to get hit by everything, I think.
Yeah, he wants to use the fairy, I think. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
by any means necessary.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of get through it here.
Alright, so Frostbite is going to get his boots here. And one of the things that Frostbite will be able to do here that Will cannot is enter Dark World on the east side of the Death Mountain. Which, at the moment, well, I don't think Frostbite hovers, so he'll only be able to get 1 item out of Hookshot Cave. Which is 1 more than Will's going to get. Unless Hookshot just happens to be up here. Tempered Sword's nice. And our last medallion, Bamos. So, Will's done up here, leaving with all 3 medallions and a Tempered Sword. But now he's, he's going to get bottled up again soon, because pretty soon he's going to get to a point where, yeah, you're going to do Desert here probably. But you're also going to have 2 Pendant Dungeon, well, 1 actually. Let's hope he doesn't find Flippers, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing there. Flippers would be bad. Yeah, Flippers would be really bad, actually. That'd probably be the worst possible thing you could find.
Oh, God. Hookshot and Bonk Rocks.
I was gonna say.
So Frostbite, yeah, that's a force. That's a forced having to go to this mountain to go back to get the hookshot.
I mean, that's not bad for Frostbite. Frostbite's gonna get that in no time here, but that just raised the oh god Flippers for Will to just absolute critical mass at this point.
Yeah.
I kind of think we might be seeing a ped check here on Will's side.
Yeah, he's gonna do a ped check here.
Yeah, I'm not
this
surprised.
could, this could be good information for him.
I mean, at this point, he needs some sort of advantage with this here. He's gonna find that it's that's
10 arrows. Okay. I was gonna say, if that was Ice Rod, that might have put Will back in this match. Because the fact that Skull Woods is a pendant means I don't know if Frostbite will ever check the pedestal. And if you're on Will's side, you're like, oh, I'm Flippers away from getting the pedestal item. So it was worth the check, I think.
Oh yeah, no, 100% there. Because I mean, if he finds out that it's Icer out on there or Samaria on there, then yeah, he feels fantastic about that, and that's pretty much what he needs at this point. Because man, at some point I think we're gonna have to go back and look at the clock of when Frostbite picked up his first glove versus when Will's gonna get his mitts.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be something like, it could be close to an hour difference.
Yeah, Will. Did Will do Stumpy and thingy? No, he did not.
I don't think he did. No.
Yeah,
so
I don't really see the point of checking Brewery before Thieves Town in that case, but not a huge deal.
It's one of those that I check that if there's like something that will make Thieves Town easier. But in Will's case, he's got 12 hearts, he's got boots, he's got Tempered Sword. There's not a whole lot that checking that will make Thieves Town easier for you.
There's Burna or Cape. That's about it, I can think.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going to really think about that at this point, right? I mean,
yeah, I would have done Thieves Town before doing Brewery for sure. Especially like in Frostbite's case, he did the other way around. I would have checked it because I didn't have boots yet.
Ooh, Frostbite went down the center hole there on the bomb jump. That's rough. All right, so he's gonna have to reclimb again here. That's gonna tilt him a little bit there. That bomb jump, if you miss that one, you kind of hate everything.
You should totally leave and go get the hookshot, come back.
That would be the smart play.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but
that would be.
I don't know if doing Herapod saves another trip up the mountain for no reason.
Well, like I mean, if you're really hating it, I think he got an item out of the. Did he get an item out of the first chest, or was that a map down there?
There was an item in the first chest, I think. He's just an item in the bottom. He's gonna go vanilla strats here for the item in the big chest.
Yeah, no, that's the traditional way to do it. It's the safe way to do it. And Will is really trying to get this God Pixel, but the enemies are not helping him here.
Yeah, I was trying to think back about what strats I did when I played this game as a 9-year-old, and what strats I play in this game now as I'm old.
As a something 9-year-old.
And not too many. So I do sometimes still do, you know, I do ice the waves with it. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, give me cape on Viddy. I'll still do that one.
Okay.
Frostbite takes down what's his face here, Moldorm for his Quake medallion and crystal number 3.
Alright, Will gonna get the powder he just got, use it to good effect as he gets an anti-fairy. Alright, so Frostbite, I don't know, I was gonna say, what's this for Frostbite? Do the rest of Death Mountain? I guess that's next. We see our stun prize is arrows, so... Like Frostbite wanted to go to TR Portal, but then Rock said, no, you're not allowed to, and Frostbite said, oh, okay, I'll just do this instead.
Okay, we're through Spiral Cave over on Frostbite's side here. He's about to, once he gets into Paradox, he'll get that, but then he's going to get to show us at least 2 more checks, and we're going to get to see the, well, I guess we probably won't see the Turtle Rock medallion because there'll be absolutely no reason for him to check it because he'll have all 3.
Now, again, if you're a fan of Will, what you want to see on Frostbite's side when he does Dark World, Death Mountain, you want to see nothing.
Yeah, I'm seeing a couple of scenarios there in chat to tighten up this game here, where if Will does happen to find flippers, and because flippers will be somewhere in this seed. Ice Palace is a crystal, which means in the game's mind you're gonna need flippers.
Yeah.
The other thing is, though, if you get those flippers and it turns out that the ice rod is, you know, say something silly like, I don't know, left side swamp, then that could theoretically work in Will's favor. I mean,
left side swamp, left side swamp
maybe
makes better sense than, I guess, back of swamp.
All right. Frostbite's got his Tempered Sword. He's got his Bombo's medallion. And he's going to go see what's hiding there in Super Bunny Cave in just a second.
Yeah, this is going to be the first mid-slot check we see on Frostbite's side.
Yeah, we still got quite a bit to find. We still got flippers, still got flute, got Ice Rod, and our Cane of Samaria left. Yeah,
still 400 for Goma in 52 minutes is still a lot. And all of these runners are going slow. I mean, Frostbite's got 3 crystals, 4 dungeons down, but they've done a lot of overworlds.
Oh, that is a whole lot of nothing there. That's 6 bombs for Frostbite out of Super Bunny Cave here. Get the one chest out of Hookshot Cave here, and then maybe might decide to do Spike. Like he could 100% get there.
Yeah,
He's
with
got
he's got potions and stuff. So
oh, and he's got cape, so it's actually in logic for him too.
Yeah.
That's right. Right. So he's probably going to go do that right now.
Spike Cave will be in logic on Will's side as well, because I forget exactly where. Oh, he has cape, so yeah, he'll be fine. Cape was on blind, wasn't it? Something like that.
It was dig game. Yeah, Will had just picked it up there right when I was saying it, and that's what reminded me. Oh yeah, Frostbite has that. All right, just 50 rupees there, so you can all laugh at Goomba now.
All right. Well, Will is starting to be funneled into. He's gonna get Pyramid Fairy here, but after that, he has just I think 3 checks left, and that's 2 items of Skull Woods and 1 item on Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, I mean it's starting to push him pretty.
I guess he has Catfish Zora. I guess he has Catfish Zora.
Oh, now Frostbite gets his hookshot and goes, why couldn't I had that literally a minute before when I was in Hookshot Cave?
Of course. The game knows.
The game has a memory, and it lives to mess with you.
Basically, if you're a fan of the ladder and you're a fan of Dataplet reacts, that's what happens when Hookshot comes out. All Dataplet reacts.
I had to mute myself there, or I'd be laughing for the next 5 minutes.
If you've been on Ladder Discord, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anyway, we're gonna see Pendant Skull Woods on Frostbite's side.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, we're gonna see the front of it. Will's gonna go give us Catfish and probably Zora. I don't know with the Eastern Palace clear if he'll be able to do Splash Delete into Waterfall Cave here.
I'm not even going to pretend I know how that glitch works, so I'm not going to say anything.
All I know is that I was hearing some much more knowledgeable commentators the other day talking about how it works there, and I was like, okay, so I'm now going to vaguely repeat my consternations about it.
All I know is the one time I tried Splash Deleting, I got yelled at because Armos was dead, and I was trying to do it, so I guess you're right.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people in the chat there that can explain exactly why or why not it works. We're just gonna watch Will come on up here.
Yeah, I mean, if he sees something he wants to get it, I don't know if he's gonna go for it or not. But another thing you can do if he sees it and doesn't know Splash Delete or can't Splash Delete, you can always go to Ice Shard Cave, set up a water walk, do all that fun stuff.
Yeah, that's always an option there for sure. If you have Flute, that's something probably a little bit nicer to do.
All right, Frostbite's gonna check the. All right, here we're gonna see. We'll see if he does Splash Delete here. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work for him because, like I said, I think because of Armos Knights being killed.
Yeah, he's gonna try to reset it here. So he spams Lamp, and then I think you drop a whole bunch of bombs in there or something, and it might work. He's gonna get hit by that thing. Oh, yeah, no, it looks like it's not gonna work there, Will.
Just go to Ice Shard Cave and set up water walk. That's easy. You know how to do that.
Yeah, I should just give up now. There, he's only got the one thing left.
Yeah.
There. All right. Oh, Zero Rush giving us the exact thing. You spam Lamp and then 2 bombs plus 6 arrows resets it. That is a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot of arrows.
That's a lot to do right there.
All right. Well, if he wants to, he can always set up water walk. We saw there's just a shield on Zora Ledge, so we're not gonna need that. But what does Zora himself have? Just a piece of heart. It's actually still a piece of heart. Interesting.
Okay. So I guess that means with the 13 hearts that Will has here, that the last little bit is going to be heart pieces here to get up to 14. Both runners actually have 13. As Frostbite here is working on his Mothula kill.
Yeah, Mothula, Pen and Mothula over. I mean, the only other option left to him was one item in Desert and Out of Logic Ice Palace, I think.
I'm a little surprised that he chose Mothula then. Because, I mean, I would have gone for the Crystal Dungeon first.
Yeah. Also, I guess maybe his intended logic is, in fact, in Hookshot Cave, and this seed is just absolutely terrible.
That's always a pretty, I think, accurate description. I mean,
terrible? Yeah, seed's terrible.
Uncle did warn us there at the moment that we left that the seed was terrible. So, you know, the prophecy is coming true, it seems like.
Yeah, well, Will's going to do this also, but from his mind, it's a much better play because there's not much left.
I mean, he's going to be a long time getting to those myths here. I mean, I guess kind of
not really. He's going to be funneled into them very soon.
Well, true. I mean, it's just I'm more counting all of the time before this that he's spent looking for him here. Okay, Frostbite's going to go up and he's going to check the ledge right now, waterfall ledge here, find out that it's just a red bottle and go, yeah, nope, not wasting the time on that.
I guess Frostbite could also do Swift Chain. There's 2 checks we don't know about yet in there, which is actually 3 hammer pegs also. Smith, purple chest, hammer pegs.
Yeah, I mean that's an option. I don't know. I think if I'm playing this seed right now, I think there's a reasonable chance that I fake Flipper into ice at this point. Just with nothing else left. Now, if you do that and it turns out you could have go-moded ice, well, that feels bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Hard to say right now what exactly the right play is. I think you're probably got a pretty good guess that it might just be sitting there in Hookshot Cave and the game hates you.
Yeah.
Alright, Skullwood's big chest there, just a map there, so all of Will's items there are going to be hiding in the back of Skullwoods, as we've got a King's Tomb check about to happen over here on Frostbite's side.
Yeah, I don't think. Will, I don't think did. He might have mirrored to check this.
I don't think Will has been over here yet, because he's going to probably come pretty soon, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's going to go north Hyrule here after this. Going to check all of the remaining locations there, and then he's got what desert left, and yeah, that's kind of it. He's got desert and and finally having to trudge back into Eastern, feeling really bad about himself.
Yeah. Frostbite is going to go back to Hookshot Cave here. As far as I know, I think this is the only thing left for him to do here, unless he wants to hover Turtle Rock. I don't think we're going to see that.
No, I don't think so either.
If he didn't hover Hookshot Cave, he's not hover Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that would have been some intense strats right there. I've seen one person in the chat that I know who could hover like the torch room in a Turtle Rock, and Frostbite somehow was able to get that fairy out of the bonk rocks there without actually hitting the bonk rocks. That was impressive.
Yeah, I think he hit the dead rock instead, and it just popped out. So we're going to see Turtle Rocket open. We have all 3 of our medallions already, but not going to be able to go in there unless Samaria is just hanging out here in Hookshot Cave. The old key under the doormat is what to call it.
Yeah, key under the doormat, goes into Turtle Rock, doesn't get anything, and then all sorts of craziness occurs after that. That would tighten up the game here. I'd be kind of surprised though to see him maybe. Well, I don't know. At this point, yeah, jumping in would probably be the right play. As
I would probably jump in.
Yeah, Mothula went down fast.
Hey, look at that.
Man, Rambler, it's like you played this before.
I might have played a few seeds before where the key was under the doormat. Usually it's the medallion, but Samaria works too.
All right, so into Turtle Rock, we're going to go on Frostbite's side for sure.
Now, good news, bad news for Will. The bad news is that it is no longer a Mitsuko mode. The good news is that could still just be, he could next location Mitz and not be too far behind. Because he'll be forced to do, this might be the forced play.
Yeah, it does kind of seem that way.
Now, Frostbite didn't do Smith Chain, which is a thing.
I mean, we're at the point where we have to start talking about the elephant in the room, which is that ungodly ice rod. Nobody's seen it yet, and it could just be sitting in Turtle Rock, which is Frostbite's best case scenario, probably. Along with flippers and what else we're missing? Flute.
Yeah, flippers, flute, and ice rods are all we need at this point. Bunch of blue things.
Yeah, yeah. Got to find all of the blue things right now. Probably throw Burna in there just for giggles at this point.
I don't think we need Burna. Unless this is a parallel worlds randomizer, we're not going to need Burna.
Never played that game. I have to give it a try.
Good. No, you're good. You're good. You don't have to.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks.
If I'm telling you Burn is a required item, you don't have to play it.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, so Will's gonna go through the checks that Frostbite's made. Frostbite's gonna lead us a little further into god-awful Chain Chomp land. Nice patience on Frostbite's side right there. It is sat on the crystal block there for just another second there, waited for the Chain Chomps to lunge at him before he moved and could use his iframes to go around there. So this is going to have to be a full clear on Frostbite's side for sure here, as we get to see the happy little squirrel from his from his Bob Ross sprite there. Will is grasping at straws right now. Now, funny thing is he's got 14 hearts. He might not even need to use this cape to lift this block. He probably will just to be safe.
Yeah, I think if he would have hooked, he might have been able to get there in time, but he switched to cape first just to be safe, which is fine. But yeah, he's definitely grasping at straws here, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have to grasp Eastern Palace at this point.
Well, mirroring off of the pyramid and saving and quitting.
Yeah, because he had to do that. Save from the Dark World, Agony of Being. You got to go to the pyramid, and I think he's going back to Eastern now.
I mean, Desert, I feel like at some point,
yeah.
One of these guys, I have a completable crystal there. I know it's only one item, but neither of the guys have decided to do it.
Yeah, like Will's gonna be banking, Mitts are here into Flute somewhere else. That's what he's thinking now.
I mean, on Frostbite's side, this play makes 100% sense here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Not finding anything, but I'm still just stunned that neither of them wanted to go to Desert. And just finish it off there. I mean, I get you're wanting to find the flute and route it in later when you get the, when you get the flute and you can just mirror into Mire, do Mire and Desert together. Great, that's fantastic. That might not happen though.
Frostbite continuing here in Turtle Rock. Would love to see the Ice Rod pop up. Probably wouldn't mind seeing the Flute pop up. Might hate himself if the Flippers pop us up. I was saying earlier that we need Flippers. We don't technically need. We logically do, but we don't actually need them. The swamp is a pendant, so we can just hack the system and go into Ice Palace without them. I mean, they're already by logic, and I'm sure if Frostbite sees Flippers and there's nothing in Swamp, he could have, done what I was suggesting earlier, which is do Ice Palace out of logic, maybe Flute's in there, maybe Ice Rod's in there,
right?
And skip the Flippers that could be here on Laser Bridge, theoretically.
first item on Laser Bridge, just a piece of heart here. Will got the second item out of Desert, out of the big chest there, just bombs. Now, Frostbite's got to be a little careful here. I might honestly think about just switching to that cape right now. I mean...
Oh, wow. Flute is on Laser Bridge. This is going to be another item. But, yeah. Flute on Laser Bridge gives me big time Ice Rod and Mire vibes.
Yeah, just a little. Just a little.
This is something that happened to me in my last tournament race, where I did it. You know, Flute was in TR, but Ice Rod was not Flute locked.
That sounds...
But it was the same kind of deal where I was already on there, so I might as well check all the items so I save myself a trip. So, you know.
Right. No. I mean, it's the right place. So he's going to activate this Flute. We're going to go to Mire. He's got the ability to clear it here, so he's going to get to do exactly what I mentioned there a second ago, and he'll be able to clear Desert and Mire at the same time.
Yeah. From Will's side, you know, you wouldn't think about that because, again, you're looking for mitts here. He's going to go finish Desert, but, yeah, he's going to have to go back to Eastern because I'm pretty sure he's run out of ideas.
Yeah, no, he's out of checks at this point. There's nothing else. And I think what's worse is okay, so if you're Will, what you're going to want him to do is after he gets these mitts, you want him to fake Flipper and Ice.
Yeah.
You 100% want him to do that, because if he can do Turtle Rock in a single trip, that'll make up a good two minutes.
Yeah, the slight problem with that, if Ice Rod's in Ice Palace, Will might have a shot. The problem with that is he still has to do Turtle Rock and then leave to go do Mire. That's forced, no matter what.
Yeah.
So no matter what, you're going to see just two climbs at the mountain for both these runners. Like, Frostbite's not going back to Turtle Rock until he finds Ice Rod.
Yeah.
And then once he does that, that'll be his last pendant, because Ice Rod's his Gomer item. Oh, look, it's an Ice Rod hunt. What a surprise.
Oh, yeah, no, what a shock, right? But I guess the thing is that Frostbite is going to have to clamber all the way through Turtle Rock again, is the thing. So,
yeah.
Like that's where Will make up the time, is if the Ice Rod is in there. But if the Ice Rod, if all of that's completely a moot point if the Ice Rod is sitting here or Flippers are sitting here in Misery Mire, even if, well, actually, to be honest, yeah, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, because the next play for Frostbite, regardless of if there's Flippers or not in here, would probably be to just go and clear Ice Palace.
Yeah, because if you can skip, let's say, for example, Flipper's on Purple Chest, and Ice Rod's an Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Go Ice Palace.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And the other thing is that for Frostbite, he's gonna have Kane, so he can do Icebreaker. Will would have to do it the other way. All right, Will's about to get just the news that,
yeah.
Oh, I did a bad thing.
Yeah, if the Ice Rod is not here in Mire, then we know for a fact it's somewhere not Flute locked. Which means the double dip could have been avoided. But when you're in Frostbite's seat, like, when you go to Mountain to check that and you get Samaria in Hookshot Cave, you are, that's the correct play to do Turtle Rock, because you never know.
Yeah. And there's his mitts.
And there's Will slashing. Bombing the chest, yeah.
Yep. I at this point, Will's probably already thinking, "Oh God, when am I going to see the finish?"
Yeah, I think more things like, all right, time to go all in here.
Yeah, you've just got to do it, and he is making the Ice Palace play.
All right, yeah, this is what he needs to happen. He's gonna be like, all right, just give me Ice. He's thinking, give me Ice Rod Samaria right here, and don't worry about Flippers ever showing up.
Yeah, no. This is a good play here, right?
All right, so if Ice Rod is here in Ice Palace, so get the meme ready. So you're saying there's a chance. The problem with that is that for a fact that Frostbite's gonna do Ice Palace after this dungeon now.
Yeah, and he's gonna have Mire completed.
Yeah. And most of Turtle Rock completed. Even though he has to go through it again, he'll have it completed.
I mean, yeah, Frostbite has the lead, and so Will's going to have something pretty incredible happen to Frostbite on the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Somehow brain malfunction, do swamp for no reason.
Crazy thought. Skips Ice Tea Chest, because that's a skip that runners will make.
Okay.
And that turns out to be Ice Rod. I mean, I don't know.
Ice Rod and Purple Chest? Ice Rod and Purple Chest. That's another thing that could happen. Like, I can definitely see Will checking Purple Chest before going up the mountain.
Yeah, that could be it too. That could be it too.
We're grasping at straws here, people.
Oh yeah. We're doing this because look, the honest truth of the matter is that Frostbite has a substantial lead right now. It's substantial advantage, at least we'll call it that.
Yeah.
If not a lead. Nice bomb throw over on Will's side there. I'm gonna have to tease him about that later.
And Frostbite might have messed up Spooky here.
Yeah, he had trouble with it yesterday too. He's hitting the anti-fairy too low, I think, there. So he's not actually getting the height that he needs to hit the switch in the next room with that. And moving on, it doesn't seem to have any problem there as he just warped into the next room.
Yeah, so that's what you could do. You can actually freeze time, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're in the next room. Obviously, what happened is we didn't see it, but he messed up Spooky. He bombed the wall, did the way the game intended to you because he did the switch up top. That's how we can tell. Meanwhile, something we don't see too often nowadays, Ice Palace Bomb Jump. First try by Will. We don't see it too often because usually you see Icebreaker, it's faster. But with no Samaria, you have to resort to 2018 Boomer strats.
Oh, the good old days there. As it turns out that the second item in Misery Mire today is just sitting there on Vidi, and it's only 10 arrows. So Frostbite got the arrows back that he shot into Vidi. So it makes sense.
Yeah, think of it this way: it's the same prize you get from pulling the pedestal in this seed.
That's a good point. All right, Will's going to open up the ice chip. No, he's not. He doesn't have the big chest. Oh, God.
The Ice Tea room has the big key then.
Did Will?
Oh, wait, no. He has to do this, the long super weight.
No, Will Gomo did this.
No, he's not going to Will Go. He has to go right side still. He's going to do, Ice Tea into the 3 checks on the right side. Remember, with no Samaria, it's a long... This is why Icebreaker's good.
Why did he route it this way? Why didn't he just drop down and go immediately right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I'm confused. This happens frequently, so it's not really anything out of the ordinary for me.
I mean, he didn't have a key, so he couldn't go right the other way. But yeah, sometimes you just forget how things work when. I mean, okay, there's the big key, but now we're gonna go to the right side of the dungeon. Like, I think this is how I used to do Ice Palace before Icebreaker was a thing. So,
yeah, I mean, if I remember right, this is actually not bad if you're doing 100% full clear. Of it. The iframes to try to get around those jellies there, kind of nice little strat there.
Again, he still has a fairy, so you don't have to worry about dying.
Alright, Frostbite gonna go into his Landlow fight here. Probably gonna be able to take these guys down pretty quickly there with the half magic plus the fire rod.
And a shovel on right side of Ice Palace.
That might prioritize the Smith chain a little bit more.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we know Frostbite's going to get that because he's about to go straight to Ice Palace. And he's going to be able to Icebreaker it, so...
apparently, in the time that it took Will to check that one chest, Frostbite killed Landlow.
Yeah,
that was fast.
Yeah, Fire Rod's good. Oh, there's your blue cane.
That's all 3 items.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
all 3
counted.
items. You got a green 20 out of the freezer room here too. Right. So that is everything out of Ice Palace. Ice Palace has got nothing for him.
And yeah, Frostbite heading straight to Ice Palace. Not a surprise at all.
So if that Ice Rod is likely sitting in Swamp right now,
yeah.
Yeah, that then... Yeah.
Force double dip to a rock, you know.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, these are the type of seeds that you just kind of hope that your opponent made a mistake on.
Yeah, which turns out is what's going to work for Frostbite. His opponent made a mistake on this one.
Right.
Like Frostbite's thinking to himself, you know, this seed sucks. Will's thinking to himself, God, why? Why did I do that?
I mean, that's see, I understand making that play, but I personally, I hate making a play that within the first, as Will takes down Cold Stare, I hate making a play where in the first 15 minutes you've kind of decided whether or not you've won or lost the match.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a rough one.
All right, let's see what Will does here. He's gonna mirror, save and quit. Again, no flute yet. I can definitely see Smith Chain here. Definitely makes more sense from his view than doing Total Rock right now. Well, again, he doesn't know he can't do Total Rock because he has more items to check in Dark Death Mountain than Frostbite did, but he's gonna go straight to cash in that shovel.
Man, I kind of hope that he would have gone into Dark World here and just said, you know what, we're doing Smith Chain, forget it.
Yeah. And there's the Ice Rod.
My.
So the logic was right. He read the logic right about, you know, shovel leading to Ice Rod. I'm sure Frostbite will also see that, but so here's the thing: Will now will not have to get the flippers. Flute is now his going item, which we know is sitting in Total Rock, which means he has to just he's going to do Smith Chain now. Just makes sense. If only he knew where Samaria was, he wouldn't have this issue.
Oh man, yeah, if he went immediately to there, and of course, and if Frostbite goes to Swamp over the dig spot first.
Yeah. Well, think of it this way. If Frostbite could do that, because it actually is more items in Swamp than there is in Smith Chain.
Oh, it makes perfect sense to go into Swamp in that case, because
even with the shovel, because I think he checked Promise Tablet, right? Frostbite did? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
So that's, let's see, Smith, Hammer Pegs, Shovel Spot. He already checked Stumpy, so it's not that. So yeah, there's only 4 items in Swift Chain. Whereas there's 6 in Swamp.
Yeah. I mean, he might just run directly over there first before going into Swamp Palace. I mean, to be honest, I think that would be the likely play, just because, you know.
He might do the fast checks, which I think includes turning the shovel in before doing Swamp. But if he does Swamp, I can definitely see him doing Swamp, but it's not there, then going backwards through Smith Chain.
Yeah, no, that would be a way there for sure. As Frostbite, very nice kill there on Cold Stare. He's up to Crystal number 6, and he is just looking for that Ice Rod. So we're gonna find out exactly what his decision is in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, he could lock this game up right now if he makes the right decision. I didn't think about this decision, but yeah, he could lose 2, which we saw Will's side already.
Oh yeah. Oh well, we saw Will attempt at least.
Yeah, he didn't actually get into Waterfall Cave. He only got the item for Zora.
All right, so we got to get a save and quit, and unfortunately, he's going to have a bit of walking to get down there.
Yeah, still no flute. He's got a save and quit's fine because again, he's already checked bombos. He's already checked everything else along the way.
Yeah, it's just one of those you'd wish you had flute, so that way you wouldn't have to walk it all the way down there.
Yeah.
So yeah, after this, Will is going to be headed up the mountain, and it's just kind of a matter of, like Frostbite's at least a dungeon ahead right now.
Yeah, he's got Turtle Rock done already. He's got Meyer done. He's actually got 2 dungeons done already. So like Turtle Rock, yes, Frostbite has to go back, but it's gonna be a lot faster than Will's check of Turtle Rock.
All right, so Will's on the mountain. Frostbite is gonna go.
This might be Swamp.
Yeah, he's he gonna go? Yeah, he's quick.
If he was doing Swift Chain, he might have gone to tank, and he would have fluted away to 3. So this is the Swamp play. So hold all tickets. Inquiry has been the inquiry button has been lit up.
And does he do left side? That's the thing. Like, how much is he gonna do here?
Depend. I think he's gonna go rush the boss and see what his inventory looks like. If there's 1 item, and obviously if there's 0, I think he skips it. If there's 2, he might go for it. Okay,
now here's something I'm thinking about. We're starting to get into that GT big key sort of routing questions here. Now, if anybody had watched the first 2 races of these, I'm going to spoil something for it right now. So if you don't want to hear, mute me for a second.
It was Will's file name. I think it's been spoiled already.
All right, so yeah, the GT big key for the first 2 games was in tile room for both of these seed, both of their first 2 games. All right, so if I'm sitting here and if I'm Will and I've last located those mids, I'm thinking, you know what?
Do the full Willard J. Bradley.
I might go for it. Yeah, I might do the full Willard there and just say, you know what? It's gonna be there, and if it's there, oh my God, you save 5 minutes. And if it's not,
for those who don't know, Game 4 of 2 tournaments ago, I was on the call for it, and Willard was behind entering GT, did tile room, got paid off, and won the race against Korek.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that match, and it was just sitting there watching it and just going, he's crazy. It's the right play. This is never going to work. Oh my God, it worked.
Anyway, there's a scenario for Will, so Will will now be able to enter Turtle Rock, get his Go Mode Flute. Big key in Meyer was the map chest or the compass chest. Whichever one does the left side top, not the vanilla big key. So it's in a good spot for Will. Not the best spot, but a good spot. We're thinking so far ahead right now.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, Frostbite's going a full an almost full all dungeons here. One of the runners cleared Aga, the other one didn't.
Yeah, so Will did Aga for no reason. Frostbite's doing Swamp for no reason.
Man, in that case, I'd almost rather be Will. Like if you're doing a dungeon for no reason there, I think Aga might be better than doing Swamp.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right, Frostbite having a little trouble jumping out of the water here. It's a little flick you got to do with the movement here. You got to hold down right as you're jumping out of the water there. He's doing it a little early.
I think he's doing it a little late. Like he's jumping in the water and then not doing it, but there he goes. He got it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we know we're going to find nothing but a whole bunch of junk in here. Like, I don't know, red boomerang.
Okay, now I haven't been paying attention. Frostbite.
Red boomerang. I knew it.
That was a quality call right there. So I haven't been paying attention to whether or not Frostbite picked up map or compass yet here.
No, I have not.
Yeah, so I don't know if he goes back in. Like if he doesn't go back in, he's gonna have Ice Rod in very quick fashion here. But
yeah, because I'm pretty sure his next check will be Shovel.
Oh yeah, it's on the way.
Like you leave here, you go to Corner Grove, you mirror, you do Shovel, then you do Swift Chain.
Mm-hmm.
That's your route after this because you have nothing else left.
Right. As gets the nice quick kill there on Argus there, pulls out the compass.
All right, so we know there's at least one item on the left side as well.
Yeah. If I'm Frostbite, I think I go back in.
Yeah, he's going back in.
Yeah.
So this game, I mean, I still think Frostbite's in the lead here, but he got a lot closer.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's getting like it's gonna be. Oh God, where was Big Key and Meyer?
It was the chest where you have to fire a rod to open the door.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah, like I said, it's not the worst, it's not the best. It's not Godmire,
yeah.
it's not vanilla.
Yeah, it's not a Godmire by any means there, but so yeah, I guess there's 2 items, or at least 2 items in here, or maybe 3. Yeah, the big chest wasn't open here, so 2 at least. This is one time I almost want a menu just so we can look here. But I greatly
Breaking news: Days Cloud wants to ban quick swap. No, I'm kidding.
No. Absolutely not.
I'm gonna go faster. Casual boots all the time.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I could get behind boot starts there.
I don't want to say what I might have seen in V32. What is it? V31? So V32 testing, but it could be some interesting things on the horizon. On that, stay tuned.
I've heard stories. They look mildly interesting.
They look very interesting.
All right, so wow, that is a full menu over there on Will's side there. That is everything. Okay, so Frostbite is going to get this, and he's gonna hope that the big key is locked in the big key.
Yeah, because the big key has not been found yet. This is a different kind of all-in compared to what Will did. This is a much more common all-in. This is like Frostbite's going all-in with Ace Queen offsuit. Will earlier went all-in with like 7 deuce off.
All right,
for you poker nerds out there.
Yeah. hey, and sometimes it works as a Frostbite got the big key, and then I guess there was only 1 item left. Okay, so he got the. So yeah, he's out of here. So he's gonna get his ice rod very
like now,
quickly.
Very quickly with leg.
Yeah, had to think about that.
Are they both gonna get their go items at the same time? That'd be insane. It's gonna be very close.
Yeah. I mean, Will still got to go activate the flute.
Yeah, and Frostbite just goes straight into a rock kill Shrine. That's it. So you know.
Yeah, no. Frostbite's. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, 1 hour 30 minutes. Frostbite thinks he's like way behind now, also. So that's always fun. But yeah, Frostbite now gets go mode, and he has I wouldn't say insurmountable. He has a substantial lead here. As Will has also now gotten his flute, he is now also in go mode.
Yeah, I'd give Frostbite at least a good 3 to 5 minutes here.
More than because Will has to leave, go back to Kakariko, activate flute, do Mire, then come back and climb the mountain again. Whereas Frostbite, all he has to do is climb the mountain, enter to the rock, kill Trinex, which doesn't. It's not as long as it sounds like it is.
True, people get really worried about coming into. I was like, I got to go back in and go all the way through Turtle Rock. Well, you got boots and you don't have to check anything on the way. Like it's surprisingly easy sometimes. All right, Will takes down the Firehead there. He's gonna go for the spin here on Trinex. Maybe a little high there actually, but got the double spin. Oh, got 1 spin. Oh, okay. I thought he would got the double there, but I guess not.
That's crystal number 6 for Will, but again, Frostbite already has 6. About to get number 7. And not too short order here. So all things considered, Will made it, by Frostbite's own admission of doing Swamp Palace, made it closer than it was.
Definitely. Well, all right. Will's gonna make his way.
Now he's it's frozen. The timer stopped also.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah, I could tell it was just a stream issue because his timer was frozen also along with the screen.
Right. I mean, that was pretty much what I had thought as well too, but I wasn't 100% sure.
That's always a telltale sign. If you're ever not sure, just look for the timer. If the timer's moving, then unintended bathroom break. If the timer is not moving, unintended Twitch being Twitch.
Well, very, very, very true here. As we're gonna go into Trinex in just a minute here. Frostbite is riding his platform to victory here pretty quickly. He's gonna dash through this mini Helmosaur and clear this one switch room, and then he's got his fight going. Will is about to pop open this Misery Mire here. He's got to find his big key and then run back to Vitreous. There was a kind of jokingly gentleman's agreement to do Tile Room first between these two guys at one point. I don't think that still stands. I don't know, though. I guess Frostbite will be the first one to show us.
Yeah, I mean, if that's something that is agreed upon, you see that very rarely sometimes, but I wouldn't be surprised if they agreed upon it just because, Tyler Room both times in their first two races just so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see real quick here. Very fast Trinex there on Frostbite.
All right, usually the odds of Big Key being in Tower Room you would think are 1 in 22, but it's actually a lot less.
All right, and that's going to be crystal number 7 for Frostbite. So we got a little game we like to play here. So go ahead and get your numbers into chat there between 1 and 22, where you think that GT Big Key is going to be here. Rambler, what's your choice for today?
I put in 21 this time, which is usually the last chest in Ice Armos, but if they're going to do Tower Room first, it's the second chest in Ice Armos.
Well, we're going to find out in just a minute here. We're going to go from Frostbite's count here at the moment that he enters into GT. I'm going to go ahead and stop the bot here and find out exactly, and then we'll start counting chests.
Yeah, I think someone in chat predicted Shaq Tool to have the big key. I don't know if that's possible.
I mean, that kind of seems likely the way that the seed is gone. So here we go.
GT big key behind Shaq Tool. All right.
All right, we got 39 points on this right now. Where is Frostbite going? We're going right first.
There's a small key. Oh, he's not doing Tower Room.
All right, so the
agreement's off just like that.
Yeah, the gambles are off here. Unfortunately, the gloves are off. We're playing for keeps at this point. All right, Will is kind of slowly making his way back to Vitreous right now. Looked like he's set up for Spooky there, so maybe be able to make up some time. Frostbite gonna ether these Stalfos, so it looks like we're gonna continue on left.
For a seed where ether was not required, we've seen it use more than the other two medallions combined.
It is the most useful one, if we're being honest. Will missing Spooky as well in this room here. Both runners having issues with that trick today.
You can't miss Spooky if you never go for it. That's my logic.
That's a legit thing right there. I like that.
Will might actually gamble Tower Room not as a meme at this point, and it might actually work out.
I kind of hope he does, honestly, because a little too far on the up button there.
He's just manipulating RNG for a video fight. No big deal.
Yeah, and hitting the switch that he forgot to hit. Yeah, that's the other one.
That's what it was. Okay. Do you know why? Because he went for Spooky.
Yeah. Once you lose Spooky, you lose it quite considerably. All right, Frostbite into the rando room here, and I have not been counting. I hope somebody else has.
I mean, I can count really quick in my head. Let's see, 2, 3. We'll see when he leaves here. All right. 22 minus 1 minus 4 minus 3 minus 1. What's that? Quick math.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't listening. I was
These questions will be on the test.
I was told there'd be no math, sir. What are you doing to me here? I'm an English teacher. Okay, so 14 is going to be Bob's.
It's 13.
Test.
Yeah, we have done 13 chests. 14's next.
All right, so Frostbite's still not finding the big key.
So I guess Will might do it just as a gamble because he knows he's behind.
Yeah,
and it might actually still pay off, which is absolutely insane.
Here's the other thing though, like Frostbite has checked all.
Oh, never mind.
All right, key 14. BC Koenig was the winner of the GT Big Key guessing game there, so congratulations to you. You got 39 points. You're on the leaderboard there. Go ahead and check it if you feel like it. And Frostbite is going to make his way up the tower here. Going to head into the gauntlet as soon as he clears out these mimic rooms. Now, I'd like to see Will go full right side here. That'd be fun.
Oh, like full right to ice armors? Yeah, I've done that. I have done that play at least once.
Yeah, I've done that play at least once, and I don't think it worked more than once, I want to say. All right, so Will's going to be entering GT a little bit after this. Now, unfortunately, the big key being buried in the back there's not really a good way to make up time outside of maybe going right side and just skipping a whole bunch of chests.
Yeah, right side is faster if you're not opening anything by a little bit, but you're missing out on what, like 4, 8, 9 more math. Listen, hold on. Around 10 checks.
Man, rando players in math, that's not something that should happen. All right, so Will is going to go left. All right, so this is not going to help him.
Yeah.
This is the worst, probably. Well, I mean, okay, so yesterday I want to say I saw Will go full left.
Like not do hope room.
Not do hope room.
All right, well, if that works, he saves, what, like 10 seconds?
Yeah, something like that, yeah, I don't know. All right, this little fire shooter down Medusa head down in the bottom right, giving Frostbite a little bit of the business there, but it takes down Landmo too. Will's pulling out his mirror.
All right, so if he goes full DM and does full right after this, which, you know, that wouldn't be too bad.
You can do it.
But if he goes right to compass and then goes back left, then no. Then that will not work. Especially if it was Tower Mirror, which I wouldn't put it past at this point.
I mean, at this point, I'm not really sure if it would make any difference. Frostbite had gone through that gauntlet extremely quickly here, and he is just motoring through this. He's already into Torches 1 here. Gonna go ahead, grab this little magic, shoot his fire rod there. With that half magic, he doesn't need to stop for anything. He's got powder to go get some health at the top. I mean, this climb is going extremely well for Frostbite here.
Yeah, I think he's done this before, like, I don't know, 1,000 times.
Something about winning a league. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really remember. I don't follow Rando.
Something about farming me in every race in 2019.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does that. And yeah, there goes Will. He's going for the left-right left strat, which it works really well if you've got the big key up front. If the big key is in the back there, you're kind of lose some time. So yeah, he's gonna lose a little bit more time. Frostbite's already across Moldorm 2 here, so we're gonna be on to Aga 2 in just a minute here, and then it's a whole lot of spinning with the pig.
You know, usually I like spinning pigs. That's when I eat them afterwards, though.
Yeah, exactly. Rotisserie pig? Yes, give me that, totally.
That's a spinning pig I like. Spinning Ganon, no.
Yeah.
If I'm spinning on Ganon, it means that I'm doing Master Sword. That's the
Yeah, exactly. And that
neither is getting 0 in the first shot.
What pattern was that? Jeez. All right.
Oh, the classic 0-0 start.
there's got to be some tilt on both sides here. I mean, Frostbite did completely, have do an unnecessary this. That's just a
both runners think they're losing.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, just the time itself here, the 140 plus times on this, like at this level of competition, if you're at 140. You're just screaming in your head the entire time. How have I not lost yet?
Yeah, 140 is like my new benchmark. Where if it's less than 140, but at last location something, then it wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So we're approaching the point where this is going to be like over 145 for Frostbite, which is like, you don't see that too often anymore.
I mean. In Frostbite's, defense here, I mean, that is 145 with all dungeons completed outside of Aga.
Yeah. Doesn't get the 1-1 on the first phase here. Let's get the cape to try to get this bad pattern down in one hit, though. Gotta be careful here. I think does he still have his fairy from the super beginning of the game? I think he does.
I think he's got his fairy, and he's got at least a blue potion, if not two of them.
Yeah, and at least the one from Pyramid. Remember, he went out of his way to pick that up.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't hug Ganon here, everything should be okay. A hug would immediately bring out that fairy, but I'm not expecting him to have too much trouble here. I mean, even if he falls, he's still got at least a good 4 to 5 minutes here on Will at this point.
Yeah. And runs for phase 4. And just to prove that my Super Metroid joke earlier wasn't funny, Ganon makes a Super Metroid joke too.
Alright, we're on to the spins here on Frostbite's side. There's 2 already here, trying to set up for triples here, but Ganon needs to play nice. Okay, getting through that. Oh, missed that torch there. There's got to be the nerves have got to be kicking in there pretty hard here.
Yeah. We got to remember this is a game 3, so.
Yeah, the winner of this game gets to go on to face Salty Fry in the winner's bracket. The loser is going to move down to the loser's side and end up facing Alkaline. I don't have any idea if I said that right. And that'll do it there on Frostbite's side as he takes down the pig. All he's got to do is cross this little line coming up ahead here. Gonna wait for it. Got the time ready for him as soon as he goes there. Get your GGs into chat for Frostbite as he finishes in first place there with a race time of 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 46 seconds. Go ahead and get your GGs into chat there, everybody.
Yeah, GGs to Frostbite. When we bring him for the interview, he's not gonna. He probably doesn't trying to figure out how he won this.
He's gonna have words. He's gonna have many words, I believe, to say about this seed.
The scary thing was, when you think about it, this seed. I mean, if you logic broke Ice Palace, this seed could have been a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
If you had routed it correct. But it's a play like breaking into Ice Palace is one of those plays where it looks good on paper, but it doesn't pay off all the time.
And the other thing is, you would have had to break into Ice Palace without the cane, and like it's one thing to break into Ice Palace and with doing diver down and everything like that. It's perfectly fine, but like doing it without being able to do icebreaker and such, it's a bit slower. As we are now joined in the booth here by Frostbite3030. How you doing there, bud? GG's.
Thanks, Dazed. I mean, I'm doing okay. My heart rate's back down.
Well, you had a 10-minute break, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. It might be a little more calm, if you know what I mean. But I don't know. That was the really, really kind of funny seed. Obviously, it was kind of a clown fiesta from both of us if what we're discussing in the race room is what in fact happened. But he got super unlucky, obviously, with the glove situation. And then, I meant to check the shovel before I went into Swamp Palace because I figured you know, there's a reasonable chance you fake flipper ice because you don't need to go into swamp necessarily, so you don't need flippers, which means maybe you go in there to find the ice rod, and of course ice block the ice rod. So my thought was, okay, I'll go there to hedge, and if it's not there, go into swamp. And then I'm like walking in the front door of swamp, and I'm like, yeah, didn't do that, eh? And so like,
Oh, jeez.
it was just like, I mean, I didn't feel that bad about it. I was talking with a few of my buddies afterwards, and I was like, you know, realistically, it's like, I've said the wrong number, but Allison corrected me. It's like an 86% chance if it's just looking at those 7 items, 1 versus 6, and of course it's the 1, but that's obviously, I had other things available. But no, I certainly didn't think I was going to win that race. I mean, a lot of runners feel that way, and I didn't necessarily think I was going to lose either. Like, I wasn't, you know, resigned to my defeat or anything, but like I was pretty sure I didn't hit the god route, so I was hoping my opponent did the same, and I got lucky, and I feel fortunate to have won this one.
Yeah, definitely the Eastern Palace gamble that Will did.
Yeah,
that led him to do Dark Aga, which led him through a rabbit hole that, you know, that's something that you hate to see happen.
yeah, exactly. It's devastating. It's almost impossible to come back from that without, like, you know, a significant mistake from your opponent, because that's, you know, 2.5 minutes for the climb plus whatever else you do, putting off finding that glove. It's really bad. I basically have a rule where if I'm going into Eastern Palace before the Dark World, I'm just not skipping that chest.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if 10 minute ago knew to. Okay, you just did. Okay. Just put the screen on the credits because there's still on the Triforce screen on our side.
Oh yeah, I had it there forever. I had to go to the bathroom, man. I was ready. I was ready to jump out the window. It's getting hot in my room. It's warming up around here. You know, the stress. I play with the rattiest piece of junk iBuffalo controller that hopefully I'll be replacing soon, and like it gave me all kind of problems tonight, like with the stupid hair bomb jump, and then my wonderful exhibition of the diver down technique, and then like you can, even though those things don't cost you like minutes, it's hard to feel great when you're making all these little mistakes, right? Because like it's when I watch someone, I'm not necessarily focused on like all the minor things unless I'm like actively watching someone like Dwayne to steal his stuff, right? Like otherwise I'm just kind of half watching. But when I'm playing, it's like I notice every single little minor mistake I make, and it's like, oh, there's another little bit, oh, there's another little bit. And this was one of those runs where I didn't feel like I had I didn't feel like my execution won me the day. Obviously it was a bit of a mess. It was kind of funny because I feel like we both played pretty well yesterday and had a really close race, and then this ended up just being a mess.
Yeah, I tend to notice the execution more when I watch NMG players, because then, like, when I'm watching Airy do NMG, and I'm like, oh, that's how he's 12 minutes better than me.
Well, that's exactly my thought. Like, I'm a terrible, like, I feel like I make better decisions in execution, and that's, like, exactly my strategy. Okay, I'm feeling like I'm slowing down in these spots. Let's just pull up one of Dwayne or Airy's streams and see what they're doing in this room and try and copy it, right? So, and like I do a lot of theory crafting with a bunch of my friends on this to try and like figure out creative routes that might get you into a spot a little earlier than otherwise possible without necessarily having it sort of critically endanger your routing or whatever. Because I don't know, I feel like plus I just like having fun and going in dumb places and stuff like that. I was super happy when the Canis Mario was in Hookshot Cave, because that was kind of silly with where the boots were then leading right to the hookshot, and then it's like you have to go straight back up there to get Canis Mario to logically find anything else in the seed. Like, thanks game, that's wonderful.
That might have been more trolling than the rest of the seed. Just the fact that you had to go up to get the boots, come back for the hookshot, go back for Samaria.
Yeah, exactly.
And then real quick. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Get your GGs into chat there. Will has gone ahead and crossed the line. He went ahead and finished with hour 51:11 there. So get your GGs into chat. We're actually joined in the booth right now by Will WC as well. There, GGs, bud.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Hey, Will. Will you ever skip Eastern Palace Big Key Chest again?
Probably, and I'll probably pay for it again.
I knew you were going to say that. I was like, yeah, he's not going to stop. Just because it bit him in the ass once, it's not going to stop.
It's just one of those things. If it bites you hard, and it bit me hard today. It was, I got down to about 5 locations left to check, and that's when I realized, okay, this is really getting serious. It's in play here. Then it gets down to 4, and then it's to 3, and then it's to 2, and I'm, it's like, okay, well, just go ahead and start thinking about what we're going to talk about in the interview here, because You know.
But I mean, yeah, sometimes it'd be like that. That's a quote of a famous streamer.
But the thing is, I did the big key chess skip yesterday, and I skipped the compass that Frostbite got, and I won the race by 9 seconds. So, you can't say,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just super punishing when it happens, right? Like, it's, and I tend not to, I had a different set of information when I went in there, because I already had the lamp. And then when I found the bow, I started laughing, of course, because it's in Saha's closet. Nice meme. And then I kind of was like, I just don't really like to skip that chest early in the game, and it's because I have a couple big scars.
I can understand that, and I've got one right now. So
yeah, exactly.
Or at least a fresh wound that'll turn into one.
Well, exactly. Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a bad play. It's a bad play in hindsight, right? But I don't know that, it's just exactly like you said. If it's just somewhere else, it's a good play because you just save time, right? Right. Same with my sort of shenanigans with the shovel. If the ice rod was in Swamp Palace, not on the shovel, I save a little bit of time. But if it was, it ended up being where it was. So, and a lot of times I don't necessarily think there's a right call. It's just like the right call when for the seed, right? And we don't know what that is. So,
all right, real quick, guys. Well, we're being told that we have a Final Fantasy coming up very shortly, so we're going to cut this interview a little short. But GG's to both. You both will. Not the end of the tournament for either one. You, Frostbite, you have the honor and pleasure of facing one Mr. Salty Fry in the next round. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's the Battle of Southern Ontario, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm super looking forward to it. We go way back. I played him a million times. I don't know what our ladder record is, but I know there's been certain stretches where I feel like I played him a million times in a row, and I'm looking to throw down. Let's say that. No, he's a good dude. I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, I'm gonna hop out quickly.
Yeah, both of you guys have been, rando veterans for a while and have raced the same race. I mean, I raced against you guys all the time back in the day, also, and when those medium-sized races were still a thing.
Exactly. Anyways, I gotta pop out. Will, GG's again. Sorry about that one, dude. A little unfortunate break there.
GG. Best of luck in the next round, and.
Yeah, same to you as well. And just shout out, thanks Days, thanks Rambo. I'm definitely going to watch this one back just to hear you guys on the mics. Later, everybody.
Will, your next one is AK Line, the person who lost to Salty Fry. How do you feel about that one going forward? And
I don't know too much about her playstyle or anything like that. Our teams actually got matched up in the league this season, but she was the runner who sat out that week, so I did not get to really scout her out then for that week. So I'm interested in getting to know her a little bit, and then we'll one of the two of us will be fighting to stay alive. So
yep, that's for sure. Again, GG's again. You give these runners a follow if you want to see some nice hot randomizer action from these guys. Shout out again to our tracker Scoop. Sorry, I had to interrupt. Scoopla. Thank you, Scoopla, for being tracking. Days Cloud, we got to do this commentary again. This is a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, definitely Rambler anytime, bud. This was a great race there, guys. Been a lot of fun here, and there's gonna be a ton more coming up here pretty soon.
I mean, if you really want to get, this is the last of the Look to Pass randomizer of the night, technically, because there's a race at 4 a.m. Eastern time, so that's 6 hours from now on the main channel, because two knuckleheads, Humbug and Locko Live, are going to be butting heads. It's the best time for them, I guess.
I mean, why not? There, if you can race at a god awful hour, you might as well do it. Right?
Well, I know Humbug's in Europe, and Locke has a bad sleep schedule on the west coast of the U.S. So there you go.
Yep. Well, we'll see everybody for that one, of course, right? And
oh yeah, can't wait. I'm setting my alarm for that.
And other than that, I guess we got to get out of here so we can let that Final Fantasy rando get off. And yeah, so thanks to everybody. We'll talk to you guys soon. And Rambler, anything else you want to say?
GG's everybody. Just I had a lot of fun calling this. And good luck again to everyone. And stay tuned. Final Fantasy 4, I think it was, or 1, I don't know. Final Fantasy 1 randomizer. Stay tuned.